World of Warcraft, the best MMO ever made, a game created 20 years ago and still the most played in the world. Retail has insane amount of players trying to grind high level keys, but fuck that, today we will be trying Classic WoW, a game made 20 years ago that I have never played, the most pure and some will say the hardest of them all. But I wanna challenge myself. I wanna play the game on the hardest mode and try going to level 60 without dying. Will I succeed or will I be just the next scrub releveling to 20? Join me on this journey and let's play Hardcore WoW! For this challenge, I'm going to be using Rested XP as it saves a lot of time and I don't wanna be running around mindlessly and not knowing which quest is worth doing. We first need to choose a class, and since I only played this game a month in season 3 of Dragonflight, I was a demon hunter. But there's no demon hunter here, so I decided to go with the mage as it is the main of my favorite WoW streamer, Zaryu. First thing this add-on wants us to do is destroy our Hearthstone, but I'm not this dumb, so I leave it in my bag for now. Next it wants us to kill some doggos and burn some bats so we get their bones and sell them to these weirdos. On my way I killed my first mindless zombie and lucky for me I got that nice Gucci bag that I heard is very precious. Our first quest was to kill 8 of them and 8 of the wretched ones. After demolishing everything in my path, I stole their booze from the boxes and continued to stronger mobs. But after destroying a whole camp of these noobs and their captain, the add-on led me to a 1000-yard walk. Maybe I was the mindless zombie after all. After accepting all the quests in the zone, I went to kill demon dogs and some more mindless zombies when I stumbled into my first elite mob, Bane. We start by casting a fireball, but it resists. We cast another one, burn him and try to slow him down with a frostbolt, but it resists again. In desperation, we cast another one, but we run for our life because we get insanely low. I look for a potion, but there's nothing there, so I panic and run away. I almost died, but I was determined to come back someday and kill him. But for now, we have to level up because we have a 4 level difference and that's not fair. We run around doing some more easy tasks and after a while we go and turn our quests in. We learn herbalism and alchemy because I like the idea of picking up flowers and having some more buffs I can use along the way. It's time to leave the zone on this strange flying ship and go to Durar, where we accept a bunch of quests and start beating mobs mindlessly. I just love the idea of being a mage and still slapping stuff around with my broom. After invading this horse camp and stealing their attack plans on Ogrimmar, we head back, but on our way we need to kill Lieutenant Benedict, who is inside this building, and I was a little bit scared, but it turns out that this was very easy and we have no problems. We learn first aid and make some bandages for our bones, I guess, and start our first villain arc. The quest says we need to invade another camp and kill some evil trolls on this island. We kill Zalazan and take Machina's skull, which was again very easy. But it's time for our first challenge. I thought to myself I would go for only solo quests, but that's not fun. Why not try, while we are lower level, to do some crazy stuff for the glory? I'm going to attempt getting Fizzle's Claw, which is a quest I saw a whole group of OnlyFans members attempt to do and die. It's time to shine. I scope the area and kill a guard patrolling in this zone before we try to die from this lightning height unsuccessfully. We are ready, but I was insanely impatient and I try pulling this guard, but I pull Fizzle with him. Luckily, we crit the guard, but we get hit by 3 consecutive attacks, getting us insanely low. I kill the minion, click my potion and back up. I tried polymorphing, but my fireball proc gets him out and I'm left with no mana. I panic and I click my glowing skull and there it is, we are still alive. That was very stressful, and I wanted to relax by burning these witches, but I guess chilling in this mode is impossible. When I tried to get this chest, I get ambushed by this ugly looking blue-eyed dragon and I'm trapped with no mana left. I start panic swinging with my broom while I regen my mana slowly. I cast my spells and I get to live another day, but with this awareness of a blind bat, this won't last long. I finish my quest and go to Ogrimmar for the first time to run around like a moron and try to find where all the NPCs are. We turn our quests in and the add-on says it's time to go back to our first zone and finish up the quest there. I hop on the flying ship again and we are home. We need to find the mage trainer in Undercity, but this town is built like an old Balkan village and it's even more confusing trying to find someone. After 3 hours of soul searching, we get all we need and we escape this shithole from the sewers like the rats we are. There, we kill more noobs and their captain while performing the ultimate classic player trick. Oh, you wanted to tag them up? Sorry bro. I feel bad, so I decided to help the skinny emo kid and give him the time of his life. After we mock him, we go and kill our first elite, but this time we are 2 levels ahead and we destroy her. We get another close call and it's time for our second challenge here. The quest says I have to go in this graveyard and get Dargo's skull. A minimum of 2 players required and we are about that life, so we attempt to slowly reach him on the lowest level. Here we get our first green item so we can start this challenge as strong as possible. And of course we get a minimum of 3 close calls before reaching Dargo and burning him to ashes while performing another classic player trick, the roach. We run as fast as we can before getting jumped by at least 5 mobs, but they seem to have the reaction time of pops and they can't keep up. We turn our quest in yet again, confuse ourselves more running around this stupid town and we are finished with this zone, and we go to our next favorite place, Silverpine Forest. As soon as we enter the zone, we start farming some wolf hearts while waiting for some random NPC to come back home so we can escort him back to the city. After watching 2 full movies, the NPC spawns and I do the quest. I accept everything in the zone and it's time to bring some random book to Queen Yorick, which I'm sure that's the name of 2 league characters. Of course the book is located in this tiny house so we can fight for our life again. We kill everything around, we go upstairs where we pull 2 mobs, but I guess they have the strength of 4 because I'm left with no mana again. I potion and still I'm insanely close to dying, but classic WoW, I guess. I start getting used to it. After getting this book, I get ambushed again and try escaping the tiny house so we can fight outside 1v1 like men. We return this dusty shit back to Queen and we go to pet the sheeps in this barn, but we peek through and we get attacked by 2 mobs. But these ones are special and they perform a special move called cloning jutsu and they spawn a 3rd mongoloid. I kill one of them, start doing the chicken dance around the house and isolate Ivor for his head, freeze him in place and bandage my puny little body. We barely kill him and get his head. Turn the quest for the amazing 675 XP. We enter this dead field and while killing a mob we get this special BJ Queen spawn on us on 1/3 mana. Trapped in this field, but I use my experience to slap her around and get the glory easy. We loot these spiders for their blood and go back to get the sweet XP we gathered. Next we free those Wolverine mobs from their shackles by killing them and we talk to this boat to turn some quests in, but not before getting almost clapped by a single mob. We destroy the whole camp of losers, steal their stash and head back to turn our quests in. I'm ready with this zone and I take a boat ride to my favorite Balkan village, the Undercity, but of course the add-on does not follow their own guide, so we need to go back, accept a quest for the ride to Undercity and go back again. We have a close call with this green stuff bubbling, but thank God this is not harmful to us. We train our skills, buy our first wand and yes, you guessed it, we fly back to Silverpine Forest. We attempt to do this quest for a group, but we almost got demolished while pulling 3 mobs at once. I realized that they respawn insanely quick, but my experience in the game did not let me leave until I'm sure I can get this done. I'm not sure why getting almost killed 3 times in a row did not answer my question, but we found out that there is at least 5 mobs in the cave that we need to clear before getting the main mob, so I dipped faster than a frat boy finding out the girl from the club is pregnant. It's time to leave the zone, and of course, remember the heartstone? We use it now. Good job rested XP, but I'm not dumb, I told you. I heart out to Razor Hill and continue to our new zone, the Barrens. We take all the quests there and we begin our new journey, traveling and killing everything through the wasteland. I invade the pig camp and steal some of their stuff and go use the moment to train my wand skills on these chickens. Next, the add-on wants us to take on an extremely long journey to Thunderbluff for no apparent reason. So we do as it says, strap on and start running. I guess we really needed that one quest from there. We get the flying pod and take a flight all the way back to Ogrimmar. When we get there, we get a quest for a cave where we need to find Lieutenant's insignia. I find the elite mob Fellweaver's corn, but even over leveled, I did not try it because I remember what it did to my broski Zaryu.
Damn it! That's cringe.
I just realized that this is not even the same elite. Right now I'm regretting my decision, but it's too late for that, so I move on. We fight through the insanely underleveled mobs to get the gem and turn it in. The add-on tells us to accept a quest for a dungeon named Ragefire Chasm, but since there is no one I can do it with or trust, we decide to leave all the quests and continue our journey alone. Maybe someday we can come back and do it. I fly back to the Barrens, and while walking around distracted, I see this orc trying to kill himself, so I prevent his plans and try to give him a free therapy session. After seeing this guy having so much fun dying, I wanted to try myself, so I started a fight with this elder mystic, but bro just left me like I wasn't worth it. Annoyed, I tried pulling him again. I start good getting him on a half health and he starts dropping some random totems on the ground, but I didn't know we can't kill them with spells. I quickly try wanding them to death, but he gets me so low I shit my pants and use my first ever sleeping sand to run away and hide. I heal up a bit, but after I got the courage to get back into the fight, bro was like nope. So I got angry and just left him alone. He has bested me. Maybe I'm not the strong mage I thought I was. I will grow strong and someday I will come and kill them all, but for now I have to take the L. While looking for something to relieve my frustration on, I find Baron Longshore. I kill a whole family of chickens and it's time to invade another horse camp. We find their chief Barak Codobane and give him the backshots of his life before freezing to death this elite mob named Stonearm. We pray for these fallen soldiers and unleash our predator instincts by killing Simba and what remains of his family. It's time to take control of this baby pumper, so we shut off all the valves and kill the main doctor, Mr. Tinkerer Sniggles. Bruh, who named this guy? On our way to the town, we stumble into a 3v3 stare-off where we befriend this little strange half-human named Small Wiener. He doesn't talk much, but we instantly hit it off, and after waiting enough we get this blessing from the gods. We say goodbye to our little friend and we are back on our journey. I needed a special cat's eye emerald, so I trade for it with this human's life and attempt to escort Weaselcrank Shredder, but he was not here. We watch a full season of Desperate Wives so he can respawn, and the mission goes very smoothly, not really having any troubles. At this point I was feeling confident and relaxed, so I forget to put on my frost shield. We get into this camp of big scary raptors and we try pulling this one, but we get a tagalon. At first it looked okay, but as soon as we kill one I get lucky and the third one starts walking to us. I try escaping, but without armor we get insanely low. I freeze them in place and in the panic I click my smaller potion because come on Blizzard. We tried healing up a bit, but I was totally not ready for this. I forget that we need to stay still to use our sleeping dust. We get dazed and this is the end. So what do we learn? In this mode, you can't get comfortable. At any moment you can die and lose your progress. One buff and you're just a bait for the big fish. I promised myself I will never get distracted again. I will come back stronger and beat this game. But for now, they have bested me. Thank you guys for watching. This was my journey for now, but I will be restarting and I'm coming back even stronger. Please subscribe if you like the video so I can start putting even more time into it. I will be streaming my journey, so tag along if you want, and see you in the next one. Yep.